Hey guys. So, I am here to ask you a favor for me and for Shannon. And I know you guys have already made and done so many favors for Shannon, and I really appreciate it. I just need one more. Shannon, who it looks like a character from Ghostbusters right now because of the lighting, is going to give you a special Q&A today that's going to be a little influenced by some external internal stimulants based around pain management.
You make it sound like I'm on heroin.
No, I'm trying to make it sound like you're not on heroin. She's not on heroin, but she's on some pretty good heavy pain meds because of her teeth. So,
But I don't have a video.
But she doesn't have a video. So what she's going to, I told her, by the way, I told her not to do a video tonight because I wanted her to rest. You know what she said to me? I'm dedicated. See, you're hiding because she knows it's right. She said, I'm dedicated. And I was like, holy shit.
I never said that before.
She'd never said that before.
I
she's
usually give up.
usually looking to me to give her the way out, and that's it. She stared me right in the eye and said, I'm dedicated.
And I told him.
Almost hit the floor.
I told him, I'm going to do it. It might be a drugged up Ask Shanny, but
Yep.
I'm going to do it.
So
Welcome to Educating Shanny, where every Tuesday, in this case Wednesday, I answer your questions. I'm Shanny, and I'm recovering from an eating disorder.
hi, Shanny.
You're never gonna learn
I'm
it
so
though
sorry.
every
Damn it.
time.
You
How
really
long have
suck.
I been doing it? And you're
It's only been a year. Come on. It's taken us 12 years to get
It's
to
a
this
year,
point.
and you watch the opening of every days of the days.
You're right. I suck. Hi, Shanny.
Hi. You don't suck. You're nice. So anyway, let's get into your questions.
Hey, let's get into your questions. But I'm going to go eat food and probably go to bed. I've had a long, awesome day. So, yay.
Love you. This isn't edited, so
Oh,
stay or go.
I'm
We
going.
gotta keep it rolling.
Gotcha.
Because I'm not gonna edit this crap.
I don't want that one. Love you.
Love you. He's cute. Okay, let's get into your questions. Okay, Maddie, by the way, I don't know if I'll be able to sing today. I'll certainly try for you guys, but yeah. Maddie1110 says, Dear lovely Shanny, let me start by saying I love you and support you. Oh, I can't read. That's not good. Hold on. Uh-oh, is this going to affect my reading? What's wrong with my head? Dear lovely Shannon, let me start by saying I love you and the support you give to us. My best friend has anorexia and bulimia. I'm not exactly sure how I can show her that I support her and that I'm cheering for her. What would you want someone to say to you in the beginning of your eating disorder behaviors? Thanks so much. Lots of love. God bless. Thank you, Maddie. I really wish that back, like when my first eating disorder started at 5 years old, that's when I started binge eating. I didn't really think of it as an eating disorder. Not many people would at first thought. You wouldn't really think that that's considered an eating disorder. And so I don't really think I even considered that until I found out later in therapy that that was an eating disorder. But as far as my bulimia goes, I was well aware by then that it was not good for me and that it was bad. But that's all I knew. And I wish somebody would have explained to me why it wasn't good for me and why it was bad and what it would actually do to me in the future. That's what I wish. And so I would say to have your friend watch my videos, and especially have her watch the ones where I show the horribleness that can come from an eating disorder. Show her my day in the life of the bulimic video, show her when I talk about my teeth and when I talk about my other health problems. Just if you watch me, you've already you know my videos, so go and pick out ones that you think would help her the best. And then also just let her know that you are there for her above all, and that you're not there to push her to get better, but you're there to encourage her. And there's a big difference in that. So just encourage her, tell her you believe in her, tell her you believe she can get through this, and pray for her if you pray. If not, send good thoughts and be her friend and be a shoulder for her to cry on and listen. But just know that this is something you cannot change. She has to do that herself. But what you can do is give her really good support as she finds that desire to change, you know? Yeah. I can't sing today. Once upon a time, I went to the hospital and they gave me an IV and they put it in my arm and I'm still bruised from it. And they gave me a shot and I'm still bruised from it. And they gave me a headache and I'm still bruised from it. It's really pretty. Okay, Jeannie says, question, I'm not sure if you've already answered this, but I'm curious if answering people's questions about their particular situations with their eating disorders is in a way triggering for you, or if it's helping you, as you said before, that helping people helps you. Both. Okay, there's both. The situations that trigger me is when people ask me how to have an eating disorder and how to lose weight and how to purge and how to starve and how to, like, when people ask me questions that are completely opposite of what I'm trying to do and also opposite of what I'm striving for in my recovery, that triggers me big time and I don't like it. I said recently that if people are going to do that, then I'm going to have to block you, because I'm sure it triggers all my other people that read the comments as well. Anybody can see those comments and it's really triggering. But the ones that are actually trying to get better and ask me on tips on how to get better and what can I do to be happy, what can I do to practice not binging and purging, what are distractions I can do, what tips do you have to help me stay away from my eating disorder behaviors, things like that. Like, those questions make me so full of joy that you would even ask me, and I feel honored to try and answer them for you. I can't always answer them because I'm in recovery myself, but it makes me feel good to know that somebody trusts me enough to ask me those things, and then helping them helps me, because very often when I answer their questions to them, it's like I'm kind of answering it to myself inside, and so that's a really, really big help. So I had to pee 10 times in the emergency room, and every time I had to pee, they had to unhook me from the wires that were going through my body, and I went about. Barba Mommy, first of all, I love your channel. Thank you, and I think you are really helpful to many, many people out there. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. I have a quite personal question, so no problem if you don't want to answer it. As you were abused as a child, do you feel like you would have to protect your child or children if you have them from certain family members? Do you think they'd be safe around them? Another question, you said you have forgiven people for what they did to you in the past. Could you ever forgive someone who would do harm to your kids? Sorry if this is too personal. I don't want to make you feel bad. Love from Germany. Thank you. No, it's not. If it's too personal, I wouldn't read it. So, yeah, no worries. Okay, the first question. If I did have children, yes, because I've talked about how I was abused by family members, and sexually abused is especially the one that I would worry about with my kids. I come unfortunately, from a family full of sexual abuse. And it doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter which side, it doesn't matter any of that. I just grew up seeing it and experiencing it. And I also grew up in a neighborhood where a lot of that was going on. I don't know why. Like, I know we were poor, but it wasn't like a super poor neighborhood. And even if it was, I don't know. Why does that have the stigma? Why did I automatically think of that? Is there some sort of stigma around poor neighborhoods that there's more likelihood for sexual abuse? Why did that even just come into my brain? Somebody help me here. Wow, I didn't mean to sound like, that's awful. Okay. But anyway, to answer your questions, yes, I would keep my children away from family members that I would be worried about, even if, to answer your other question, even if I have forgiven them for what they've done, that doesn't mean that I want them in my life or my children's lives, and that's okay. That's okay. You can forgive somebody and you can find love for somebody and let go of the pain that they give you without having to have them in your life. And that's kind of what I had to do, especially with my dad. I very recently forgave him, as you all know, and that was extremely healing for me, and it helped my recovery, and it helped me feel happier, and it helped me feel better, and I know it helped him as well. But the point is that it helped me. That's what forgiveness is for. But that doesn't mean I have to have a relationship with him. I don't know if I will in the future, but for now I'm just trying to sit with my feelings about it and let it be what it is. So, yeah. I think I might make this a 2-part Q&A because I very highly doubt I'll feel like filming tomorrow because I have a dentist appointment and I have to go figure out, what was the question? That's not correct. Hold on. I have to go figure out when the process will start of removing my teeth. And oh, and by the way, you guys, I posted a video about my teeth and how I was in the emergency room for it, and I just got an overwhelming response. Of course, I didn't expect any less from you guys. You're awesome. Just of support, and you guys are ready and willing to donate to get me my teeth, and I appreciate that more than I can't even, there aren't words. So thank you for that. And so yeah, so I see the dentist tomorrow, so Thursday, and we're gonna figure out how to start that process of removing them all. So anyway, I'm gonna try and film 2 videos so I can post one tomorrow. So I'll do a couple of questions on this one and then we'll do a part 2 tomorrow because I think I'll be too stressed out to make a video tomorrow. So. It just makes me feel all loopy. Abby Hayden? Hi, Shanny. Hi. I absolutely love you and your videos. You are so amazing. I have been going back and forth relapsing with my anorexia and bulimia, and I was wondering why do you think it's so easy for someone with an eating disorder to relapse so often after they think they've gotten better? Stay strong. Love you. I love you too. Because we're addicted to food. That's why. Because it's hard to not fall back into an addiction when your addiction is something that you need every day. And even anorexics who don't eat food, they still think about food 24/7. And even if they don't think about food, even if they do stay away from food, that's still an addiction to food. And so it can still trigger them if they eat, which they have to, and we all have to as human beings. So for bulimics, it's triggering because if we stop the behavior and then we have to eat to live every day, we are facing our addiction every single day, and that freaking sucks. And if we're anorexic and we're in recovery or we're recovered and then we eat, that might trigger something where we might want to stop eating again because it'll trigger feelings because you're eating which is going against what your eating disorder wants you to do. So like the reason I think it's so easy to relapse is because we need our addiction to live, unfortunately, and it's sucks. So. Heather Combs, by the way, thank you for leaving. You're so sweet. Did I already say that? I feel like I might have already. I forget sometimes who I've already recognized and who I haven't. Like I want to recognize everybody, and so it just has to be if I come across a name and I remember that you're one of the people who comments on every video and is always uplifting me, then I'll say something. But sometimes I'll come across a name and not remember until later, and then I'll be like, oh, I should have like said something to her about how supportive she is, but it's hard for me to keep track of names and stuff. I'm just so famous, and so wow, I'm a douche. Anyway, Heather Combs, hi Shanny, hi. I have for a few weeks now asked a question that I thought was offending or triggering, but maybe it might be, and that is why you never answered. No, that's not why. I just didn't answer it. And that's the last thing I'd ever want to do is trigger anyone. Anyways, I have a new question. Do you think that eating disorders are somewhat hereditary, like how alcohol can run in the family? If dad drinks, the son usually can grow up to become an alcoholic like his family. With an eating disorder, if a mother suffers from one, I'm wondering if their child more likely could develop one as well. I love you, Shanny. You are a sweetheart. Thank you, Heather. I love you too. Okay, well, first of all, let me just remind you all that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. Nothing like that. This is completely based off of experience and what I've researched as well. So I think that it's not necessarily, I don't even feel like it's necessarily alcohol addiction that runs in the family. I think it's just addiction in general. And I think everybody has their own drug that they go to if they have an addictive behavior. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I feel like it's just if you have the addiction gene in you, which is hereditary, I feel like anything could trigger an addiction, whether it is alcohol or an eating disorder or drugs or smoking or whatever it is that you become addicted to calm that craving of addiction. And what was your other question? Oh, so do I think an eating disorder? Yeah, I feel like I feel like behaviors are learned from family members. I really don't think, I don't know. I feel like the disease is more hereditary, just the disease of addiction. But then at the same time, I did grow up watching, my mom was not very secure about her body growing a long time ago. And I remember that. And I remember thinking, what does that mean? Why? Or like my sisters did the same thing. That's just how we grew up, and it's not their fault. They didn't know any better either. Yeah, so I guess I feel like it's triggering to have family members who struggle with these, and I think it's also triggering because it's hereditary. And so, did that make any sense? Probably not. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'm really sorry that I'm in the drugs world in my head, and I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for a part 2 of Ask Shanny. And if you have any questions for me to answer for next week's Ask Shanny, leave it on this video or tomorrow's video. So anytime you want me to answer a question, leave it on a Q&A video in the comments, and that's where I look for my questions. So and again, if I don't answer, keep asking it over and over, and chances are I will eventually answer it. So yeah. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Please remember to subscribe to me and give this video a thumbs up. It really makes me smile when you do that. So, and I really need a smile right now. So. Okay, I love you guys. You're beautiful. You're worth it. And I am too. Thanks for watching. Because I don't feel good and I'm really